Welcome to the Dave Palma Show, the podcast that revives, restores, and awakens your innermost capabilities.
You have the training and the talent to succeed, but do you have the guts to fail?
I love what I do. When you love what you do, you want to be the best at it.
Today is about the power of you. You will change the world.
Find your path to success through the journey of those who have succeeded. And now, your host, Dave Palma.
Hi, welcome back to the Dave Palma Show. And today we have an incredible guest joining us. She's a producer of America's Got Talent and has been a key part of AGT's success. And she's here to share some fascinating insights about the show. We'll talk about what it takes to audition, what the team looks for, and her experience working on such an iconic series. Plus, we'll hear about her journey into Hollywood and the lessons she's learned along the way. So grab a cup of tea, if that's your bag. Get comfortable. Sorry, pardon the pun. Get comfortable and let's dive in, but not in the tea. Meg McAlduff, welcome to the Dave Palma Show.
Hello, how are you, Dave? I'm so excited to be here.
Very excited to have you here. Very excited. It's very, very, very great honor to have you here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. You know, it's a little early here in LA, but I'm ready to go. And I can't wait to talk about all the exciting things we have to share for this coming season of America's Got Talent.
Fantastic. I think it coincides with the Britain's Got Talent. So, you know, I think fittingly, this is a special Christmas edition. So we will obviously... Merry Christmas to everybody. Yeah, I know there's always going to be a quiet moment, and if you've drank too much and ate your Christmas dinner already, time to look at more AGT and BGT clips. But
hop on YouTube.
Sorry,
grab a mimosa and hop on YouTube.
You know what, there'll be so much binging. It's like everything binging: food, wine, AGT, Netflix, everything. So let's start with America's Got Talent. It's such a huge platform that brings together so much talent from around the world. Can you tell us what you and the team look for during auditions?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, we are going into season 20 this year. So 2025 is the season 20. And every year it does get a little bit harder to find that talent. But what we look for really are real people. We look for people, you know, we have no rules on our show. You can be any age, you can be from any.
Oh, Meg, sorry, your microphone's cut off a bit there. Can you hear me now? I don't know if it's where you're sitting or.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah. So yeah, it keeps cutting on and off.
Weird. Okay, I'll sit like. Hold on 1 second. How about this?
Yeah, I can hear that now. Yeah.
You hear that now?
Yeah, I can hear that now. Yeah.
Great. Okay, apologies for that. So we're going into season 20, and what we are looking for really are real people with amazing talent.
Can I just interject there? There has been dogs that's won it before.
That is true. And as well. You don't have to be human to audition for America's Got Talent.
I know what you mean, though.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you want people that you can root for. So last season we had Richard Goodall won, and he is a singing janitor. So
wow,
that's his job, a janitor, and then he could sing, you know, up in the ranks with Steve Perry, and he won the whole show. So, yeah. And what we loved about Richard is he was a real person. You know, he came on the stage and, you know, he didn't think he'd ever make it as far as he did, and he wowed everybody. So you can be a professional head balancer, a dog trainer, a janitor, or a 7-year-old opera singer, and there's a place for you in our show.
Absolutely. That's amazing. It must be so rewarding to see all kinds of performers shine on such a big stage. What's been one of the most memorable auditions for you?
Let's see. You know, I'm a big fan of, you know, we've as a show kind of tackled some really big stories on America's Got Talent. You know, one story was about this woman named Ketchy. She was actually the sole survivor of a plane crash.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and she went through,
there's always a story, isn't there, behind some of these?
There's always a story, and the perseverance in her life in general, but then to just have the confidence after going through an experience like that, and come out in front of the whole world really and sing. And put it out there, to me, was such a brave thing to do. So I was really proud of that audition because, that takes a lot of guts for just anybody to come out there.
Yeah,
And then of course, we have the weird and wacky stuff. So I've seen some things.
Yeah, we had a weird and wacky winner in Britain's Got Talent, but he wasn't really British. But to be honest, even in America's Got Talent, that's the one.
Oh, I know.
My 9-year-old daughter is obsessed with it. She keeps saying one more time every time she sees a yellow jacket. It's unbelievable.
It is, but it's true. It's like, it's entertainment, it's stories, it's heartfelt, it's inspiration. It's kind of everything wrapped into one is what I love so much about the show.
Yeah, no, fantastic. That's really what it's all about, really.
Yeah.
And I mean, with the 20th one coming up, I'm sure you're going to make some real good selections for doing it.
Insider info. We got some good contestants that are going to hit the stage this season. So
yeah.
I am really excited about that.
Yeah, I watched the first ever one, and the British Got Talent. I think that's where it started there, really. And then Diversity won the first ever, and Susan Boyle came second, and there was a lot of drama around her. My God.
I mean, and there was a lot going on, and I had the pleasure of meeting Susan when she came out and competed on our champion show. I mean, a story that that's a great example of just somebody that probably didn't think they'd ever have a chance, right, at living in the spotlight. And I think honestly, that's what. Not to get too deep about it, but it's true. Simon always says 2 minutes can change your life. And I think that the past 19 seasons have really showed that. If you're brave enough and you can give it a shot to put yourself out there, you can do great things as far as, we've had people, obviously we have a ton of performers in Las Vegas entertaining there. But then we also have people that are really donating their time and helping with causes that appear on America's Got Talent.
Absolutely. Some people do use that auditions itself as a platform, don't they, really?
Absolutely. And I think we're here for that because we want to share those stories. And now it's mixing entertainment and just helping people and making people more aware of everybody that's out there. I think that's important.
I mean, AGT has been a part of so many people's journeys to stardom. Can you walk us through what the audition process is like for someone who wants to try it out?
Yeah, absolutely. So, right now we are casting for season 20. There's a few different ways that you can audition. For anyone tuning in from the Los Angeles area, coming up in a few weeks, right in the new year, you can come out and audition in person in Los Angeles, which is fantastic. We love meeting people in person. If you're not from the area, you can go on our website, agtauditions.com. And from there, you can upload a video. You can always submit yourself. And then something new we're kind of bringing back this season is nominate an act. So whether...
Sorry, Susan, you just chopped out there a bit again. I heard
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, yes.
So now what you can do is you can now nominate an act. So whether that's your grandma who can beatbox, or you've seen a talented street performer that you want to submit, or you can even nominate yourself. So you can go to the website. You can also, we have virtual auditions that are open for everyone across the world. So
really? Okay.
You can audition from your home.
Could I audition for Simon Cowell's judge place and then to become the new judge?
That one you'll have to talk to him about.
I don't think. I mean, it's a bit too close to home if I get Simon Cowell to lose his job. He might find out where I live and get a little bit angry with me. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a good one. Yeah, that's quite interesting because if you can do it virtually, you'll get people from all over the world doing it. But that's a great thing for the 20th edition, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, your voice has gone again. Sorry, could you just do what you did last time?
Are you editing this after? Because let me just do it.
I've got an AI that cuts out the silences. So
okay, great. Yeah. I'm trying to. I don't know why it's doing that.
So I can hear you now. We'll just get on with it anyway, and then I will just cut out bits. I'll try and keep it as authentic as I can, so it doesn't matter if people see little mistakes. It shows our vulnerability, which is great. Right? It's a bit like the show, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, virtual auditions have been amazing. I've seen people audition from India to the Philippines.
Wow.
We've had people from the UK come out.
Yeah.
it's been a really great way to just continue to meet people while we're not able to travel, all over the country.
Well, I can imagine the nerves and excitement there. Now, look, let's shift gears a bit. You've been working on AGT for years and had such an inspiring career. What's it like breaking into Hollywood, and how did you find your way to AGT?
So, Hollywood's a tricky one. I started out where I went to school back on the East Coast, and I had an internship program.
Right.
And what that did was allow me, to get my feet wet in Hollywood. So I actually
Was it raining that day, or?
Well, I do have a funny story about rain in LA if you want to hear it.
In the UK, it does rain a lot. I'm sure Simon told you about that, has he?
That's true. When I first moved to LA, meetings were canceled because it rained.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think what's really interesting about, I feel like, the journey that I've been on is I really thought I was going to go down a different path. And I studied film and thought about directing. And I did an internship for that, which was amazing. But for me, it just wasn't as fast paced and that controlled chaos that I kind of knew I wanted. So I started looking into reality TV, and I got my first job for MTV. And so I worked on the last season they ever did of Road Rules, which was really exciting. And I got to test out like all the missions that they did. So I got to wear one of those big fat suits, and an attack dog took me down.
No, was it like a bird suit? Those bird suits.
Yeah, it was a whole thing, and it was an amazing experience. But what it really did teach me was just, you have to play on all levels. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
You can never be above getting people lunch, making coffee.
Yeah.
That's what people realize when you're starting out. You have to be a go-getter, and you have to want to put the work in. And I don't think you can raise to a high level if you don't understand and appreciate the work that goes into every step of that.
A couple of our most successful radio presenters, well, TV as well. I mean, they do break into TV as well together with radio. They start off as runners, meaning it's part of the production team anyway, but they're running around doing stuff, and that's the way to get in, isn't it? It's
how you get recognized, somebody, it's how now in the position that I'm in, I see the people that hustle, and I want to work with them continuously. So, I actually got my job on America's Got Talent from a Craigslist ad.
Wow.
Yeah, I had.
They advertised on Craigslist.
That's how, believe it or not, that was like, there wasn't a Staff Me Up then. So
maybe they tried to keep it discreet at first and just surprise people.
Yeah, it wasn't as weird as Craigslist is now, but it is where they'd post a lot of jobs for production assistants and associates. So, but it didn't have the name of the show. I had a few weeks before the Christmas holidays, and I wanted to make some extra money to get gifts for my family. So I went down there, I interviewed, I found out it was for America's Got Talent. That was season 3 of the show back in 2007. And to be honest, I just never left. I just bugged everyone around me and followed people around and did whatever I could, and just really paid attention and tried to learn from as many different departments.
Yeah.
Lucky enough to just keep, working my way up. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity. It's been, 18 years of my life.
Yeah, so you don't look a day older than that, even now. I mean, what did you do before that? Did you always want to do production? Would you study it or something? Or
no, I mean, the honest truth is, like, I wasn't the best student in high school. I didn't really.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's
studying for me, I was kind of like, why do I need to know the history of this and
that?
Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
But I did take a TV production class in high school. I think that was probably the only I really paid attention to, and we got to be, it was an in-studio class. So, you got to like run the cameras, and we got to do our own films. So I think that definitely sparked something in me that I didn't really even know at the time. So I think college was definitely where I had to get serious about what I wanted to do.
Yeah, of course. Some people don't know until even when they leave, graduate from university. Well, you call it college there, don't you, really? They still don't know what they want to do,
And there's a lot of pressure when you're at that age, to have to your whole life. So, I always knew that I just loved talking to people. I loved knowing about people.
Yeah.
I just loved interacting and like figuring out, why people say things that they do, and, why do they, all that kind of stuff. So that I think inherently just kind of led me into casting, really is where I started. And a lot of that
casting,
is people, and it's a bit of a sales job. You know, you have to kind of convince people that this is something that can benefit them. And yeah, I think that's just what really started me on that path, was just genuinely wanting to know more about people.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So that's so inspiring. And for anyone listening who dreams of working in entertainment, whether it's in front or behind the camera, what advice would you give them?
My best advice is aim as high as you want, but don't forget that there are so many levels and so many different jobs in the entertainment industry. I think when you're in school, and particularly when you're younger, you think, oh, I want to be a director, I want to be a producer. And you always aim high. And it's important to also see that there are so many opportunities, from hair and makeup to scenic building to the lighting department to the audio department. Like, find what you love, because when you do that, there are so many places that you can explore in entertainment that I think people don't just think about right away. And, you know, working on set, you know, we're one of like the longest running reality competition shows to still film in Los Angeles, and to employ, you know, hundreds of people, and walking around set in our live shows.
Yeah.
Like a master class and how to make TV. You know, we're walking backstage and you see someone painting this beautiful prop, and you see the choreographers working with the dancers, and you see our director, you know, going over camera notes, and you see all the different departments working together. So I think my best advice is, like, the entertainment industry is a really big place.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah,
because there's so many things that you can do in that space to create, you know? So
yeah. I used to do film extras in between my time, days off as a firefighter. You know, firefighters do lots of different sidelines. Well, a lot of people have about 3 jobs these days, don't they? With the amount of the economy, the way the economy is. And then I found myself once in a movie that I was the only one that weren't a celebrity, or, you know, there was a couple of Hollywood actors there and everything. And I even had a good part, a good in my face in it, and he kept calling everyone supporting artists, you know. I thought, oh wow, all right, fair enough. How did I get here?
Having a day off.
It's amazing. I've got the clip of it on my YouTube because I was more into sports, actually. And talking about that, you've got someone, I forget his name. Is it Ted Cruz, or can't remember, the one who is on stage with the same hairstyle as me? Terry
Cruz.
Yeah. I interviewed his
player.
I interviewed his wife about 2 years ago. I still got it. You can probably flip back and you'll see it.
The whole
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, I've watched his other comedies and other things he's done as well. So
Harry is like the glue that holds us all together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I get to work a lot with him backstage, and the way that he meets the contestants and respects them and gives them, like, his job. He's like the mentor for all contestants.
Yeah. No, he does his job well there. Yeah,
the biggest fan, and it's such a like joy backstage when he's there.
Yeah,
and all get to meet him. It's like, it's a great way for them to start their journey out on stage for the judges. So Terry's awesome.
That's fantastic. Yeah, and anyone that comes from a sporting background to have just gone out like that and do that, you know, I think Taylor Swift has gone the journey that Taylor Swift's husband, or is she married yet? I can't remember. Anyway, the American football player.
I don't think
he's gone my route and become a podcaster instead. So he's doing all right with his sports surfing, but he's well connected with his celebs and stuff like that.
Sports was also a big part of my life. Like, my dad played ice hockey, so I played hockey, and I made it to the first girls' state final ice hockey in Massachusetts, which was amazing. So I grew up playing with boys, and in America, boys and girls can check. Like, you can hit me. When we play girl league, there's no checking allowed.
There's no what?
Checking. Like, you can't, there's no checking.
Well, as in? Like,
you can't hit someone.
I see. Oh, well, there is that in the men's game. Big time. I used to watch ice hockey because I worked in the stadium last year. There's a lot of Canadians over here playing ice hockey for the teams over here. Women's ice hockey is huge in the UK anyway. So they actually showed a clip today of one of the national teams, and the women. I thought it was men playing, but it's actually women. You know. So.
Yeah, it's great. I think, you know, growing up as, you know, like being an athlete and playing sports, and, you know, I didn't continue it after high school at all, but that sense of community, I think, does kind of help as you grow and build a career and being part of a team, right? Like,
of course, you do learn transferable skills. Yeah. So there is a bit more to you than just advertising for that Craig ad. So you did do a few other things in high school that you enjoyed. I mean, I was track. That's my main thing. But I did play football because soccer, not football, American football. Yeah. Because that was like everywhere. Do you see what I mean? So I had the speed and natural, kind of ability. That's why track was my international thing, but became a firefighter because that was, the route I went down, and then now I'm doing all this stuff, So
I cannot run. I can barely walk. Running.
Now it's Project Simon Cowell's job. So just let me know. Don't tell him though. Just give you a little bit of hush money. I'll give you a bit of hush money. So anyway, thanks a lot for sharing your story and your insights, Meg. But before we wrap up, is there anything you'd like to share about what's coming up for AGT, or any advice for aspiring performers?
Yeah, so what I'd love to say is just, again, put yourself out there. It doesn't take a lot to take that risk. That 2 minutes on stage can change your life, and the first step is auditioning. So I encourage anyone that either is talented or thinks they're talented themselves or knows somebody that's talented, go to agtauditions.com. From there, there's so many different ways you can get involved in the show. Like I said, you can go there and you can nominate somebody that you know. So I just think it's important to, if you feel like you deserve that chance, then take that shot on yourself. Put yourself out there.
Fantastic. Well, thanks again, Meg, for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
You too. Thank you, Dave, for having me. And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Don't eat too much and drink a lot and eat a lot if that's what you want to do. Don't worry, it's Christmas Day. And to our listeners out there, don't forget to check out the upcoming auditions for America's Got Talent. This could be your moment to shine. Thanks again, Meg.
Thanks, Dave.
That's all for this episode. Thanks for listening, and remember, if you want to support what we do, then share, subscribe, and leave a review over on Apple Podcasts, or head over to my website, davepalmer.com, and click on Rate Show. Well, that's all for now, but I'll see you in the next episode of The Dave Palmer Show.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.